guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do the second installment of my bathroom makeover, but before we get into that I would like to welcome anyone new to the channel. If you like to watch candle review videos or witchy hauls, thrift hauls, crystal hauls, I also do a bunch of other little DIY videos. I do random seasonal stuff depending on what time of the year it is, and really just a bunch of random stuff. But if any of that sounds interesting to you at all, please consider subscribing down below. I do tons of different things and I put out a video every other Friday, and today's video is of course the second part of my bathroom remodel. If you would like to see the first part, I will link it down below or here or something. I'll put it somewhere so you guys can go see the first one if you have not already. The main goal of this bathroom remodel was to do a lot of preventative stuff for the moisture that happens in my bathroom, to update some of the stuff that needed to be repaired or removed or changed, and I just also wanted something refreshing and something new. And yeah, I've been in this house for 10 years now, and that bathroom has looked the same the whole time, and I was just kind of sick of it. And I wanted to do it cheap and affordably, and I wanted to share that with you guys so that if you guys want to try to do something similar, you can see the things that I did that worked or didn't work, and kind of how I problem solved to work out those issues, which I'm sure if you saw in the first part, where one of the big problems was the bathroom cabinet that I had selected, but unfortunately because I have a pedestal sink, it was really my only option, and yeah, it ended up being a terrible product. So I do suggest that if you are doing the same and you have a pedestal sink, maybe try to find a way to either make your own or consider maybe Habitat for Humanity. Sometimes you might get a hit or miss good luck day there and find something that you could possibly use, plus it goes for a good cause. We're going to get into the second part. Now, the main things that I focused on the second part of the remodel that you're seeing today is a lot of the decoration aspects. But before I get into that, I will tell you that I did reinstall a new toilet paper holder. I had to adjust our towel bar because it was loose coming off the wall, and then I also put in a new shower head, cleaned all of the grout in the tub, put a non-slip mat in the bottom of there that is clear and translucent, and then I also put the trash can, the soap dispenser, the toothbrush holder, and all that I received from my friend for Christmas in there. And after all the painting was done and everything, it really was just kind of a fine details thing. Now, the rugs that I chose, I really like. They're pretty fast drying, and because of the way the wall kind of juts out between the sink area and the tub area, having one long one like I did before, it just didn't fit, and it got kind of tangled up constantly because it was like you couldn't quite get it where you needed to. So I bought two separate smaller blue rugs of that same material. I will link those down below, and I will link as much as I can actually down below that I did use, and then at the end I'm going to give you guys my final total. I originally wanted to spend under $500, and I spent even less than I thought I would. I went pretty below that as well, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, some of the other things that I wanted to do to kind of bring together the color scheme that I want, which was a little bit of a like bright blues, navy blues, and gold. I do have some chrome hardware that I just can't afford to replace right now, or am a little too nervous to replace, to be honest with you, just because I don't know a lot about plumbing, and though my brother does help me as much as he can, I didn't want to ask him to try to do all that either. So yeah, I kept a lot of the chrome hardware and figured, you know what, I could do a mixed metal look. It doesn't really bother me that much, and I don't think it looks that crazy. And then I did find a lot of cool thrift store finds, so I won't be able to show you guys where I got those exactly because there's not exactly a chance that you're going to get the same items as I did. But I found this beautiful set of candle holders that are a matte gold with star cutouts on them, and then I also was able to find what is probably one of my favorite thrift store finds that I have ever found in my life, and it is a little dingy and some of it just won't come off because it is old, but it is a candle holder that looks like I believe it's an 8-point star. I don't know, I'll insert the clip of the candle holder itself, and I have just a little succulent candle that somebody gave me in it, and it's sitting in there, and I felt like that was a good way of kind of bringing the gold and silver together because of the gold from the metal and the silvery tone from the mirror that's in it. But that's probably my favorite thrift store find that I have ever found. That thing is beautiful to me, and I wish I had more than one. I wish I knew where it came from so I could buy a ton of them. I love that. Now, the inspiration for my bathroom originally came from a photo I saw on Pinterest one day, and I was in love with this tile that I originally wanted to retile my bathroom with, but it was going to cost $700 just just to retile the bathroom. I'm not spending $700 on retiling my bathroom. It is why I kept the neutral tone tile that I do have in there. Maybe one day I will, but for now it's just going to stay the way that it is. Definitely can't afford a $700 tile update, unfortunately. So, and then the next things that I have kind of redone is I wanted to draw some attention to the mirror area because it had looked a little plain. I went and got these containers from Dollar Tree. They came 2 in a pack, and it's just these navy blue, and they're pretty flexible. I have floral foam stuck in it right now, but they're just these 2 long. They're supposed to be like desk organizers, and they do come 2 in a pack. And I only used one of them, and I had put floral foam in the bottom of it, and I bought probably 7 or 8 floral picks from the dollar store and just made a flower arrangement and stuck it on top of the medicine cabinet just so it would give it a pop of color. I didn't want it to look so white and sterile in that area. I wanted to bring up a little more color and pop in there. And then these same containers, they have in the square rectangular version. Those are what I have inside the cabinet to kind of keep everything from being knocked all around in there. And I bought 4 of them. I believe those did come individually as opposed to this one being 2 packs. And they're both at Dollar Tree. And the reason I really wanted them for inside of the cabinet is because I took off that back panel that's supposed to go on the cabinet because I wanted it to be able to circulate air well. Plus the way the plumbing is and the way the pedestal sink is, if I ever needed to move it, I would have to take the back panel off, and I didn't want to have to do that every time I would need to move it. So I just left the back panel off completely, and then these help so that nothing like falls behind the cabinet or out of the cabinet completely. So they're very nice, and they're very sturdy and easy to clean and flexible too, so that's nice. And then the other things that I have a couple on the back corners as well, just holding extra stuff that wouldn't fit in the cabinet. And then I also have another thrift store find, which is just this little gold container. I don't know if it's meant to be like an ashtray or a mini flower pot, or I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be, but I just have little perfume samples in there that way I can just pick a random one when I go to work. I don't really wear a ton of perfume or have a perfume that I specifically like to wear. And then pretty much that's all I want to do. I did find these 2 paintings at Dollar Tree as well that I really liked, that had like the dark blue watercolor background and then gold embossed floral or plant and floral designs on them, and I thought they looked really cool, and the colors were perfect because it was the blue tones and the gold. And I just put those above the light. I'm not sure I completely like where I have them. I think I'm gonna actually move those, but for now I'm just gonna stick those there so I kind of see how they fit in the space, and I'll probably just move them around. And then if we move over to the bathtub, the shower curtain that I had picked out, I wanted one that had a couple different blue tones in it so that if, you know, all of the blue stuff I have wasn't the exact same shade of blue, it wouldn't look so mismatched. And I figured the best way to do that was to get that shower curtain that's got a couple different tones of blue and gold in it so that it'll bring it all together and nothing seems to stick out because it kind of matches with each separate blue that's going on. And I just thought it was really fun, really cool, and I will link that down below as well. And then as far as over the toilet goes, I kept the same rack I had originally. I just cleaned it up real good, and I decided to rearrange the bins a bit. I kept the gold one I had with the dyed blue cloth insert, and instead I had used 4 other bins with it, which were the ones also from Dollar Tree, which are that navy blue and the gold printing on it. And one of them I did get for Christmas from my friend, and I just bought the other 3. I just thought it really helped bring all of the colors together and keep with that gold and blue theme. And then of course those 2 candle holders I told you about, I put there as well. Because they're metal, I don't have to worry about if they accidentally fall off the rack and hit the floor or anything. They're not going to shatter or anything like that. And then as far as the wall goes for how that turned out, the 3 shelving things that I got are all from Five Below. I did not pay for them. I did get them as Christmas gifts. Originally I was going to use them in my room. It is in my Christmas gift haul video, and I just thought they would fit really well in the bathroom. Plus the mirrors I helped would make the space feel a little bit bigger because it is a very small bathroom. And I just kind of lined those up on the wall, and to kind of help with bringing a little more design and color in there, I did do a couple more floral arrangements with stuff that I got at Dollar Tree. Both the yellow mason jar and then the blue kind of geometric jar both came from Dollar Tree as well. And then the little gold dish came from Dollar Tree and so did the frame. What is in the frame that's in there is actually a gift bag that they sold at Dollar Tree a couple years ago. I don't know if they still have that particular one, but it's like the marbly kind of swirls, and then it has gold glitter on it. It was a gift bag I saw at Dollar Tree, and I was like, you know what? I really like this color scheme, and I'm gonna just put this in a frame. So that's a good DIY hack. If you want to do anything cool to design and you see like a really awesome gift bag, stick it in a frame. No one will ever know. They'll just think it's a print that you got. So I stuck that up there, and then I also had a little clear container that had gold on it. Of course, I have the blue beaded candle holder that I also got for Christmas. So between those things up there, I thought it would keep a lot of the color scheme going. And then of course I put up a new wooden accordion rack on the wall behind the bathroom door because there are 4 of us adults living in this house. There are a lot of towels and a lot of clothes in there at all times, and it just is really handy. I usually hang a lot of my necklaces or headbands and stuff on that, and it comes in handy. So I wanted another one, but those plastic ones were definitely falling apart. They served a purpose for a long time, but the wood one likes so much better and is a lot more sturdy and can hold more weight. Let's look and see what it looked like before really quickly, then I will show you guys the after. So before, you can see it was this really mint green kind of seafoam color. Everything had a lot of water damage staining on it, including just where mold kept regrowing, and a lot of just water soaking into the wood, making it expand, and a lot of things needed to be thrown out and updated and cleaned. So that's what we were looking like before. And now here is what it looks like after. I put a lot of work into this, and it did take me about 4 days altogether between painting and priming and all the hardware, all the designing and everything that went into it. I would say it was a solid 4 days of work, and I would say it was 4 days well spent. Came out pretty good in my opinion, considering the low budget I had to work with, and I am very happy with it. I feel like I feel a lot more relaxed in that space because of the fact that it had gotten updated and it needed it so bad. Definitely my favorite area is in front of the sink. I actually like that there's storage space that isn't so cluttered and messy and mishmash, and I love how everything kind of goes together now. I love that new medicine cabinet. It is so much easier to use than having a bunch of separate little cabinets all over the place, and it's also keeping me in check with having too much products and not buying stuff I don't need, and I think it turned out really great. But what do you guys think? So everything came to a grand total of $395.14. So $395.14. So that is everything that I did in there. Again, I will list all of the stuff that I used down below. Is it perfect? No. Would I have liked to do a lot of other things differently or put more work into it or even spend more money? Of course I would. But since I was trying to do it on a budget and show you guys an easy way of doing it, not only for my own sake, but for my wallet's sake, I think it came out pretty nice. There are a couple places where I need to touch up with paint, and a couple spots that I've got to put a little spackle where I accidentally nicked the wall with the drill, and you know, I feel like it came out pretty good for the price point, and I feel like it looks really nice. I'm really happy that it feels refreshed in there, and it needed it so bad. If you guys have any tips or hints or tricks about what could have done different, or just to help anyone who is watching this video who is planning on doing their own bathroom remodel, please leave it down below, and any helpful tip or hint is greatly appreciated. Or anything else you would like to say about today's video, please leave it down below as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!